Charging cables are something people don't always think about. It's quite an expensive item, but people generally don't look after them too well, so we're just going to take a bit of a look at cable care. Most cables come in a coil like this. That's the natural shape it wants to be. Obviously when you use it you need it to be straighter and you need to have the length to connect from A to B. But basically if you imagine it's on a drum or a reel and you treat it that way, then you'll keep the kinks in the cable to a minimum, you'll maximise its lifetime. So when you want to use the cable, the easiest way to do that is to turn the virtual drum, the imaginary drum, and let the cable pay out from it. Just gently letting it drop on the floor, and if you keep turning that and unwind it all the way, you keep those kinks to a minimum. And then obviously what you do is you plug it into the charging station, plug the other end into the car, and then when you're done you sort of do the reverse. So you pick up the cable, I find it best with my dominant hand, hold it in my right hand, let the rest drop, and then what you do is you lift the cable and let it make that coil again. Now you might have noticed it gave a twist as I was lifting it. So you can either help it twist, so when you lift that you twist it round if it's flexible enough and make that coil again, or you can wind it manually backwards, but that's more difficult. If the cable's cooperating, the easiest way to do it is let it drop, lift it round, let the kink do, and then it sort of spins around on the floor and you just ease the cable round and you lift it up again. And then we've got a nice neat coil and we can put that away ready for next use. One of the worst things you can do is sort of wrap it round your arm. You see so many people do that, or not even bother at all and just sort of screw it all up, throw it in the boot. That's really not the way to treat these cables. They are expensive, so you need to give them the care they deserve, and then they'll last an awful lot longer. So this can apply to all sorts of cables. So this is my Type 2 charging cable, but you can do it with extension leads, all sorts of things. The thinner the cable, the easier that is to do. So I'll just show you again with another type of cable. So this time I've got a much thinner cable, 13 amp UK plug, socket on the end. It's a basic extension cable, but I do carry it with the car because, you know, it can take the current and charge it in emergencies. So this is a nice long cable, and the same principle applies. You hold it in your dominant hand, let it drop, and you lift up the coil, give it a kick around if you need to, and if you've looked after it from the beginning, brand new cables, this is easier to do. The more kinks that are in it because it's been badly treated, the more difficult this becomes. But we just let that turn, give it a kick round if we need to, and we're trying to make a nice, neat, uniform coil. And it does twist out on the floor, but as I'm lifting it up, I'm just letting that kick around and straighten itself out. And if you try and keep the coil the same loop size every time you do it, it's going to last a lot longer, it's going to be neat when you use it, and it won't be a rat's nest every time you go into the car to go and get it. So there we've got a nice neat cable, and we can pay that out just like we do with larger cables as though it's on a reel. But if you do that, your cables are going to last an awful lot longer and they'll be easier to use when you need them. So thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.